In today's video, we're going to be working on the truck. Alright you guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of where I'm at. It's fully insulated now, as you guys can see. I'm going to explain a couple things that I did in here and why. So let's go ahead and bring you guys in. So right here, I didn't add the actual sound deadening. I just added the thermal on the sides over here, as you guys can see. It was just kind of left over, so I figured why not cover it, and it'll kind of cover some of the glue that I had in this section. If you guys remembered, it looked pretty ugly. Even though, like I said, all this is going to be covered once I put the drawers in. One thing I did also want to tell you guys is, I don't know about you guys, but on mine, my bed had a crack right about here. Also had a crack right about there. So in those cracks there, you can check at nighttime. If I was you guys, put a flashlight on the opposite side and see if there's light intruding. That means you guys do also have that same crack, which if I was you guys, I'd also do the same thing and seal it up. So up to you how you do it, but I sealed off literally everything, like all the bed rails, everything in that section there, because I had a little hole there. And I just kind of was putting light everywhere at nighttime to see where I should put some more. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. And like I said, the whole flooring is done. On the floor, it is all sound deadened as well. Up next now, what I'm going to be doing is start building out the framing for the actual floor. So hopefully today we can get that done, so I can start laying some of the material so we can see how it's going to actually look. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. This is where we're sitting right now. So now for the framing, I'm going to be using this. So I know most people don't put like a bottom layer. They literally just lay the plywood in here, cut it up and lay it. As far as for me, I'm not going to do that. I want to keep it a little bit raised. The reason I'm doing it like this is so that way when I do put stuff on top, I can actually drill into this so it's a little bit more secure. I feel like if I put the plywood straight down here, I'm going to be drilling and I don't want to drill through the bed anymore. So I'm trying to keep it as sealed as possible. So that's why I'm using these 1x1s. I bought them at Home Depot. I bought a couple of them. So I'm just gonna be stopping basically my baseboard right in this section here where the actual bed stiffeners start. Let me build out my frame, do some measurements, and I'll get back to you guys and show you how that looks. The framing is done. Up next, what I need to do is I'm going to cut a couple more of these just to put in the middle to make it a little bit more sturdy. After that, I'm going to be using this foam, and this is going to be to insert into each of these pockets here. It'll just help with insulation and also keeping it a little bit more rigid. And then after that, we'll go ahead and cut out the plywood to put over. That way we can go ahead and start laying the floor. All right, you guys, so the frame that I just had in the truck, I just took it out. I have it right here laid out. So I did get this like pocket hole jig. I've never used one of these, so I don't know if I'm gonna do this correctly or not. I just tested it out on like a tester, just kind of like some scrap wood that I had. It looks like it worked out pretty well. So I'm gonna attempt to do it on the whole thing. Hopefully I don't mess this up because it's gonna be a waste of money. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna be using some Ultimate glue here, and I'm also gonna be using some 1 1/4 inch screws. These are pocket hole screws, so these are gonna go in through here, tying everything together. So I'm gonna get started on this. Alright you guys, so now that we have the frame all made up, so now I'm going to go ahead and slide it in. Once we do this, now we can go ahead and finally put the last insulation. But as you can see, it should fit like a glove if my measurements we're correct. So now that we have it in its place, up next, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my insulation. And what we're gonna be doing with this is we're gonna cut out the squares to fit each and every one of those sections. Once we finish that up, we can finally put the plywood, cut it out to form. So now that I test fitted it, I know it works in the truck. One thing I did add was these little supports right here towards the back. I didn't want this to be moving around, so I added those just so it's like nice and sturdy. And I put some for the front as well, so that way they kind of hit where my bed stiffeners are, so it'll secure all this in place. Right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some water sealer from tufskinz, and this is just going to help out, since just in case we do drop water on it for some weird reason, I don't want this to create mold, so we're going to be doing that. So now that we added the sealant, it's dry, we're good to go. Up next, what I'm going to be doing is using this insulation here. This isn't really needed, it's just something that I'm going to do just to go ahead and protect myself in there. I'm going to go ahead and cut out squares to go ahead and fit this in each section here. Once I do that, I can take it to the truck and start sealing the whole thing with foil tape. That's also an added insulation. Now that we got the insulation and all the squares here, up next what we're going to be using is this aluminum tape. This I believe is actually used on ducting. We're going to be using it just to kind of make sure everything's sealed properly. Alright, you guys, so once you finish up with the foil tape and everything, this is kind of what it should look like. So now we can go ahead and put it in the truck and start laying over the plywood so we can finally lay down that laminate vinyl flooring. And yeah. What I did next was grab a bunch of cardboard, brought it in here, and basically just traced out the floor. You could do two things. You could measure everything out, do your cuts that way, or you could do what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, like I said, the cardboard template, and then I'll also do some measuring just to make sure everything still fits square. So now that I did the template, I have it right over here, as you guys can see. And what I did was put it right over the plywood that I'm going to be cutting. One thing you are going to notice, just keep in mind, I do have the 5-foot bed, but one thing you are going to notice about this is all this here we're going to be able to cut, but if you notice right here, we're out of wood. So this little section here, we're actually going to have to cut out a separate template as far as the wood, and then we'll attach it later. Now what we're going to be doing is anything I do need to cut is we're going to trace it all the way around, all the way around here. Now when I'm making the marks, I have to make sure that it's as straight as possible. So you want to maybe put some books down or something like that just so it stays in place while you're doing your tracing. That's what I'm going to get going. So now that we have the floor cut out, up next we're going to finally be installing the vinyl plank flooring. So what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be building it out right here on the floor. And then I'm going to pull out that plywood that we just pre-cut, and we're going to trace over it. Once we trace over it, then we can cut that out, put the plywood back, and then put the brand new vinyl flooring in the truck. And then we're going to seal off some sides, which I'll show you guys on that. I did want to let you guys know there's different ways of doing your flooring. So you can either do the vinyl plank flooring like me, which I found was a little bit on the cheaper side, probably not the best for installation and weight, but you can also get, there's like it's kind of like a wrap or a vinyl wrap, I guess you can say. You can also do it that way. There's different ways of doing this. I just wanted to go ahead and go this way. It's a little bit more affordable. So heck yeah, let me start on that now. So the way these work is they actually interlock with each other. So you have to put them in at a certain angle. You could tell there's like notches, and on one side of it won't have that notch. So that's where it would interlock with each other. So the reason I chose this, it is affordable and it's actually waterproof as well. And it's super easy to put together. Sometimes on some of these styles, you do need to actually get tools. With this one, you literally don't. As you can see, you just kind of put it in a V and it locks itself together. I'm going to continue building all of these, and then we'll get back to you guys once I have a good amount out here. So as you can see, the flooring is actually at the bottom, plywood's on top. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to trace around it, so that way I know what to cut, and then we should be getting ready to finally install this on the truck. I now have the floor all cut up to size. This is ready. It's already treated. So what I did right here is, if you see, there's a bunch of blue tape. Only reason I did that is so that way when I install the actual platform, I'll know exactly where the frame is going to be, so I can drill into it. So that's what all that blue tape is for. So let me grab that and throw it on. so I just laid the plywood in. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and get some wood screws and I'm just gonna drill this down. That was the reason why I put that painter's tape, just so I know where the railings are, so I can drill into it. Once I'm done with that, then I'll go ahead and get my vinyl flooring and I'll lay it down as well. And then what I'm gonna be doing, just to kind of play it safe in case I do drop something, I'm gonna put a little layer going around the whole thing of sealant. And that way, just in case I say I drop a drink or something like that, the water doesn't go into the back down there. So of course, like I had told you guys in the beginning, I'm not a professional, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But as you guys can see, the flooring is now done. The mallet did really help out in some sections to kind of break it in. And then now all I really have left, seal around the edges here. I do have to redo one spot because if you see right here, it's a little bit too much of a gap. So I guess I didn't measure right, but it's really easy to come up. So if I do want to take it off, that's all I have to do. I'll resize this here and recut a new piece. Once I do that, I'll do it another day off camera. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go with the sealant and just seal everything around. Like I had said, I wanna do that so that way if I spill something back here, the water won't go down. Now, all I have left for in this video is gonna be adding this aluminum piece. I did buy this at Home Depot, it's 4 foot. I should have probably got it slightly longer, but it's all right. So this is actually gonna go right about right here to cover this nasty cut right here. So it's gonna go something like that. And then I'm just gonna drill out a couple holes, drill into it, and I'm basically done. So let me finish that up and I'll get to you guys so I can show you. All right, you guys, so I put the aluminum piece here, as you guys can see. One thing I did want to let you guys know is I do have the wrong screws. So for today, I'm just gonna put one screw there just so it stays in place. And then down the road, I need to get a, I forgot what they call it, but it basically bevels inwards on the metal aluminum. And then I could get a special screw that will kind of sit flush with it. So that way it'll look nice and clean and I won't get caught on that. I'll probably end up putting maybe another two on this side, 2 on that side. I don't know, we'll see. But I need to get that tool first. But for now, like I said, it's set. It looks really good in my opinion. I seriously like this now. I could even just, you know, lay down back here and I know it's clean. I'm away from the bottom. It won't hurt my ass anymore because, as you guys do know, the Tacoma bed hurts really bad. Now that this is done, I'm pretty excited for the next stage, which is going to be the cabinets on this side. I'm probably going to put a little cabinet here, and then of course on this side we'll put the sink, microwave, and a couple other little accessories. So plan is to keep on this side pretty high where the sink is. Reason why is so when this is up, I could stand up, use the sink. And then down here, I'll have like a storage that I can access from the outside. So I can put my, since I do have my shower on that side, I could go ahead and put like some accessories for the shower, including the hot water tank that I have. I can finally mount it somewhere instead of just having it sitting back here. So that'll be nice too. But yeah, we'll see when we get to that. So if you guys did like today's video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
JesseRizo is here for you. It's here for you. It's super simple. Please feel free to subscribe.